Nice.
You're like, what am I doing?
What's going on, world? It's Double R. You know what I'm saying? Robert Ri'chard. Hey, check out my products by EPM. I have Reborn, which is Fountain of Youth in a bottle. And I have Allure, which is Beauty Rest in a bottle.
When did you start working with these products? Is this new?
This is new. This started January 1st, 2018.
Woo!
No way.
Congrats, man.
Absolutely.
Is this completely your
No, I got healed by it. So you can find all the stuff at EPM Products with an X on Instagram. That's where like our social footprint is, and we're on Facebook too. But I got injured MMA fighting.
Oh, no shit.
Wait, when?
I train MMA because all my my roommate's an MMA fighter. He's a world champion. My other roommate's like 275-pound MMA fighter and just fought in Poland.
What league?
One's in K1, the other one's
shit.
in like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu MMA style.
Okay.
So I trained with them and got injured, and my doctor said you're probably not going to walk for 3 weeks.
What did you injure?
My leg, my outside of like my fibula, and I had re-injured an injury. So, but then this woman I met put this product on my leg, and the next morning when I knew that I couldn't walk when I got out of bed, I could walk. And I was like,
straight up?
Oh, shit.
You're like, this shit works.
So my best friend, his name's Jay Silva. He's like 275 pounds. He has a lot of weight on his ankles. He just fought a K1 fight and won, but broke his leg, hairline fracture. So he couldn't walk when he got off the plane in L.A. Came over to the house. They put Reborn on him. He was at my house yesterday.
Walking fine.
And it's
It's
insane.
like Jesus in a bottle.
He's literally like everyone's like, and so we were on Real 92.3 with Big Boy.
Okay.
And one of the guys, the disc jockey's there. His name's oh, he's gonna kill me for not knowing his name right now. Joel. Yes. Pull that out. Joel had like a major carpal tunnel in his elbow. And he put it on. He's like, listen, guys, I don't know if I'm being like bamboozled or whatever.
I'm
He's
being
like,
punked, man.
But this shit works. I could not extend my arm. And he could extend his arm the whole way.
That's awesome.
He's like, this shit's magic. And then like Big Boy bought it, Joel bought it, Natalie Perez bought it, and also another disc jockey. She's really famous. I can't think of it right now because I know her real name. I don't know her disc jockey name. So
It's fair.
That's awesome, man.
yeah, so it's going great.
So you kind of just do everything, huh?
I have 8 jobs, right?
8
jobs?
Yeah, for sure.
How
And
the hell do you have time for all of that?
I only sleep like 2 hours a night.
You know that's
What?
not good for you.
Well, that's why I have beauty rest in the bottle. So I gotta stay pretty. So I put this on my face
Beauty
every
rest
day.
in a bottle.
What Joe Rogan had somebody on his podcast. Do you know who Joe Rogan is?
Yeah, you talking about Goggins or no?
No. She's talking about Matthew
He had
Walker.
he had a sleep
A sleep
expert
specialist that
and
wrote some book that basically
wrote a book, said that if you get less than 7 hours of sleep every night, then you like increase your potentially getting Alzheimer's like amazingly. Like it's a direct correlation.
I believe so too. I mean, a lot of what your body needs is nutrients and rest. And there's that balance between how much rest you're getting and how many nutrients you get. I get a lot of nutrients. So
talking about like protein shakes, vegetables.
I'm talking about like green stuff, like raw broccoli,
Minerals,
raw spinach.
motherfucker.
Like I just take like water and spinach and just put it in a blender in the morning and then just drink it.
Yeah.
Like, it's disgusting.
You can put
Like a
spinach in
goddamn
fucking
Navy
anything.
SEAL.
You can put spinach in the blender with eggs, and you can make green eggs. And I was like, maybe that's what he was talking about. He was like, green eggs and ham. I'm like,
Or it was just food coloring.
maybe, but I
of
make
the
green
two.
eggs though all the time. So, and then I do like probably a lemon a day. I squeeze a lemon of water into my water every day.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's super like alkaline.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, your body wants to be able to repair itself, and part of that is rest.
Word.
In
What are your other jobs? So you got this. You have your highway fitness.
absolutely.
You were just
I work in real estate acquisition.
Okay.
I have a biz dev thing that I do, consulting. I went to Johns Hopkins University for engineering, so kind of a nerd on the low. And then obviously I work in entertainment as production stuff. And then I have my own production company where we write and develop stuff. And then I have 2 other companies that I'm developing right now. One is called Hike. It's amazing.
oh wow.
And then another one is a company called Rush 49. You can find them at Rush 49 on Instagram and rush49.com. They sell tickets to the best, coolest shit ever. So
Rush 49.
yeah, so
And what is Hike? Is it exactly what it sounds like?
No, it's something
No?
dope.
What does it sound like?
I can't
not-
actually even tell you guys what
Oh,
hike
shit.
is
Oh,
because
you just
it's like that
teaser.
toxic. But look, it would be like, you know how the idea of like some stranger picking you up and like giving you a ride was like so foreign to us, like in the 80s and 90s. Your parents
Yeah.
just be like,
Don't
don't
do
ever
it.
do
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
And then that's all we do now.
Yeah.
Like people don't even own cars anymore. What hike is like that for a search engine.
Okay.
For a search engine? What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Like, you know how like people look for stuff, but there's certain things that we would just never look for because our parents would be like, don't do that. And like you would not do that.
You're talking about like sex dens and strip clubs?
Nope.
I'm just kidding.
But it's something that is as counterintuitive as getting in a car with a stranger that works in the real world like so well. And
Okay.
everyone's down for it. So I'm like flipping the whole idea of like searching on its head.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
No
I'm
one
excited.
does. No one does, but it's
You can't
sick.
talk about it. That's okay.
Yeah, it's sick. But like I'll show you guys, let's see. Let me open up. My phone is so full that it like
It's just
types
like,
on itself.
It's just like, nope, give me a
Check this
all
out.
seconds.
So we'll show you guys what this looks like. We'll print it, but
What's your rush?
Get tickets to the most exciting events and activities.
All at the lowest prices guaranteed.
The best ballet across the country.
All at rush49.com.
Find your end.
And get here.
Oh shit!
so like skydiving events and like driving performance cars and wine tasting and paint night and all these
So
cool
what's
things.
the difference between that and like Meetup or whatever the fuck those things are?
Well, these are buying tickets. These are buying tickets to events.
What
that are
about
happening.
Groupon? It's
Well,
kind of like Groupon.
Groupon, yeah, but it might not be what's happening like right now or the coolest shit. All stuff is all like adrenaline stuff, like adrenaline junkie stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like
Rock
that.
climbing and
Yeah,
that
like
type of stuff.
Exactly,
Like
that kind of
intense
stuff. Yeah,
stuff.
gun shooting, all that kind of stuff. Like
Nice.
hot air ballooning.
What's that called again?
Rush 49.
Rush? Why 49? Do you know?
For California, like
Oh, the
with
49th
the gold, like
state.
the 49th state, then like the gold
Clever.
rush and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like that.
So
So those are all. God, that's a lot of things to be doing.
Yeah, no shit. That's a lot of business ventures.
yeah, I mean, I just I heard this song by Drake and Future. It was like working like a Mexican. I was like, and then I
You were
like,
like, shit, man, I need to get a Mexican workout.
then I was like, then I went down to Mexico, and then I was like, dude,
You went
this
down to
bartender. Yeah, I went to Mexico to see what they mean, like working like a Mexican, and like I
Doing
met
your
this
research,
this
yeah.
bartender named Antonio. And I was like, Antonio, how many drinks do you make in a day? He was a bartender. He was
I'm a
like,
bartender as well.
probably like 1,000 to 1,200. I'm like, a day? He's like, easily 1,000 to 1,200 drinks a day.
I'm not a bartender. Is that a lot?
Well, let's just do the math.
That is way more drinks than I make.
Okay.
Well, let's just do the math. If you did 1,200 in 12 hours, that's 100 an hour.
Yeah.
there's
That's like
only-
you're just never stopping.
But there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So you're making 100 drinks in 60 minutes. That means every 30 seconds, you made another drink. For 12 hours straight, like someone's cracking a whip on your back.
Is this the busiest bar of all time?
No.
he's
It's
just he's just hard
it's
fucking
just-
worker.
It's just a bunch of Americans down in Mexico trying to get drunk, and they're like, "Oh, Tony, I need 8 drinks, 9 drinks, 10 drinks," and he's just like,
And then you took that and you were like, I'm going to
I'm
be
like, I want to be like
Antonio.
Antonio for sure. And then this other cool guy, his name was Julio, and this guy he had like 9 jobs. So I was like, okay, these are the people I want to like aspire to be like.
That's awesome, man. When did you start, like, because you started in entertainment just acting, right?
Yeah.
And then how long did you do that before you, like, did something else? Like, what did that look like?
Well, I started acting as a kid. So I was 13 when I started. So when I was 13, I was working 60 hours a week on a television show.
What the hell is that like?
Being at work every morning at 7 a.m. and getting off at 7 p.m. Monday through Friday every day for 67 episodes.
So was that a good or a bad experience?
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on television in the 90s. It's like
Yeah.
the greatest thing ever.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking you
Shout out to
formed-
Cousin Skeeter. They're talking about making another Cousin Skeeter because now they're making all the revamps like the Full Houses
Yeah, yeah,
and all
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
They're like,
That's because all the kids that grew up with those shows are now the creators.
And also the adults with kids, so they can watch the show with their kids because they already
And
know
I gotta
the
be
show.
honest, we were just talking about this because every time I talk about you, I'm like, you know this guy from Cousin Skeeter. Everybody's like, yeah, Cousin Skeeter. But I only remember the intro. I don't ever remember watching the actual
You know
show.
how it goes, and you know Skeeter flows. All I wanna do is hug you, cause I like your skilo, and I dig the way you move and the way you do your thing.
Yeah, I don't know the words.
Keep it coming on, cause we love you crazy.
How many seasons did that run
Skeeter's the
for?
one for me. 702 did that song. Shout out to 702,
Oh my
R&B
God.
girl group that did a great song. That show ran for 3 seasons, so we did 67 episodes. It was like 22 episodes a season, and the last one we did like the 23rd. That was like a little mini movie. So
And did
I
it
remember
just,
the movie.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't.
No?
Yeah.
I only remember like seeing a puppet and being like, that's a character. Like that was kind of all I knew. And then
You're like,
My cousin, don't like offend me.
so sorry. That's a person. He's your cousin.
Yeah, this is my cousin Skeeter. Hence the name of the show.
Well, yeah, but then you were in like Alley Cat Strike and other stuff that I actually saw.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Alley
Well-
Cat Strike is super iconic, and shout out to all my friends, especially Kaylee. What's up, Kaylee? Cool. And Mimi Paley, who's now 30. It's crazy that like we were like teenagers and like people are having like 30th birthdays, and like Kyle Schmidt's on some really awesome like war hero story movie called like The Brave or something. He's like this awesome like badass like SEAL Team 6 kind of character.
Now he's doing that?
Yeah.
That's
so
awesome.
so it's great. It's awesome. Yeah.
Do you still keep in touch with any of those people from...
Usually
the
the
day?
birthdays are usually the catalyst to
Oh,
be
okay,
like,
yeah.
come to my birthday party, see my mom, and then like bring my mom, and like everyone's family knows everyone. Like Mimi's birthday.
Is that because when you were kids on set, your families were there too?
Yeah, exactly. Because when you're a kid, like you're always with your parents.
That's kind of nice though.
So it's kind of cool, like a family, environment.
Yeah, for sure.
So not only were you working a lot, but your parents were there with you that whole time, too.
Yeah, just freeloading. You know how some parents do. Just eating food and
Eating
just
food off the set.
saying, do you know who my son is? To everybody.
They still do that.
I'm sure they do. Mom, I'm sure. Oh, it's Mother's Day coming up. Mother's Day. There you go. Shout out to Allure. Buy that for your mom for Mother's Day.
But just every second plug it.
4th of July is coming up. Buy Reborn. Don't blow your hand off with a firecracker.
What?
There's a famous football player last year who blew his hand off with a firecracker.
Oh,
I
oh my
remember
God,
that,
I totally
yeah.
forgot about
Right,
that.
yeah. Who actually is back in the NFL, which is crazy. You can play in the NFL with no fingers.
Do you think he was using Allure to heal himself?
Probably using Reborn. If he didn't, he should get some.
Yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
you were just telling me right before we started this, the gamers are now using this stuff for like to
Yeah,
on
carpal
the
tunnel
wrists or
or
stuff
any
like
kind of
that?
like discomfort they're having like in their joints,
Okay.
osteoarthritis that they're creating because they're playing so much and playing in their forearms. And this is the age of the digital athlete. And
It's crazy, right?
I mean, some of these kids are making like $22 million
I
like
know.
gross a year.
Jeez.
I know.
If they're like athletes, they have like athlete contracts.
That's crazy.
And sports academies in Calabasas, they have a team and they have Reborn. And then Echo Fox just made Order Today. So we're doing all the teams. And another one of my friends, he has a team too, like kind of more towards like Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going down there and doing a whole day with them.
he has like a gaming team.
A gaming team, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
awesome.
for
Do you know
sure.
what game they play?
I'm still learning
Still learning all that stuff?
all the gaming stuff. The biggest game right now is Fortnite, right? So
That's
Yeah,
I've
it
been
is,
seeing
yeah.
that all over the internet, just like references to it, and I have
Yeah,
no idea
yeah.
what it is.
yeah, it's like an awesome game. So everyone's playing that. And
It's a
people are-
computer game.
Yeah. It's a it's like
Versus,
a
like, a
battle
game
royale
console?
type game where like there's like 100 people that hop into this huge like environment and world map,
Mm-hmm.
and basically it's just like last one standing wins.
It's
Shit.
like if The Matrix did Purge.
Yeah,
And whoever's like standing last is like winner.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
this kid named Ninja always wins. So he's
Yeah,
the
that
guy.
Ninja Kid just played with like Drake and someone else, I think.
He's the Michael Jordan of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people play on this thing called Twitch now, which is like popping.
Yeah. Twitch is live streaming.
Yeah,
gaming,
exactly.
right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So
But it actually like it sounds like to anybody who hasn't experienced it like ridiculous, but it's honestly like when I was growing up, my neighbors had Halo and they would play against each other and I didn't play, but I would watch. I was so like seeing
Fascinated.
people that like shit talk each other or when they're really good. It's just like fascinating. So I totally get how it blew up and why people are so into it.
So when I was a little kid, when I was like 6, I told myself I'm never gonna say I don't get it when I'm an adult. And so like
Get what?
whatever
anything.
pop
Just
culture
anything?
is, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
like when you're a kid, your parents are like, I don't understand rap music.
Yeah.
Right, like that's not music, and like that's what makes them old, and that's what makes you young. Is like, no, rap is the cool shit, and it's growing, and it's becoming like hip hop, and like all these cool artists from different like
I'm surprised
cities.
you're not in music too.
Right, like in different cities. I'm tone deaf. I can't like hold a note. But I do have my best friend's a producer, and I ship him like artists all the time for him to produce tracks for. He like sends me a cut, so I'm like still hustling that. Shout out to John G. I'm at John G Music 1. John G Music 1. Best.
You're like a plug artist.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Plug. But no. So as an adult, I'm never gonna be like, oh, I don't get it.
Yeah.
That's like the sign that you're getting
because
old.
it's just you ignoring something and thinking that you're better than something. If you're like, I don't get it, and you won't even acknowledge, like, maybe I should understand what this is, because that's...
Yeah, just
it
be
is you-
open-minded.
Yeah, it's just you not taking the time to learn something new.
Well, also too, like there's a natural progression in technology and pop culture always. So like one time people like preferred watching black and white television.
Yeah.
And then it's like color television came out. But then it's like cable came out. And then it was like pay-per-view came out. And then it's like, HD came out. And now it's like
Netflix.
streaming and all this different stuff, right? So like the technology, innovation never stops moving.
Yeah.
So if you do, then that's what makes you old.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you're just like, you're with the times. You're young. And I was just talking to a buddy of mine who's like an NBA basketball player. He's like, my kid doesn't watch television. I'm like, well, you didn't listen to 8-tracks. You know what I mean? It's like the exact same thing. Like you would never play a record like if you grew up in the 90s, like a record, you like a CD, like or
tape.
or go on Apple and download the music. I don't even have to own like the physical set.
Yeah.
And that's like the equivalent of being like, I don't understand people don't watch television, That's like that's our generation's next leap into what's fun and what's cool.
Yeah.
So stick with the times,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So what are you guys into? Like, what do y'all like to do?
I am a stand-up comedian and bartender.
Nice. Can we get a joke?
Nah, not on
No,
here.
he's not gonna
on
do
here.
He's a stand-up comedian, but sitting down this opportunity. kind of ironic.
Good one. Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
what do
guess
you do,
that's
Betsy?
true. Act and improv and trying to write.
How's improv going?
Improv's great.
Can you give me a joke?
You don't do a joke in improv.
Really?
Do you even know what it is?
Do you do a joke in the backseat of a car?
What?
Where do you do a joke?
I don't know. It just happens.
Oh, okay. Okay, so do you stand up at all or no?
I haven't done it. I would like to.
Are you afraid to do stand up?
No, I don't really have any fear of like being on a stage with a microphone. I've done that before,
Right.
but I just haven't written any material or like I've thought about a few things I might talk about, but I haven't like.
Didn't I give you homework to do?
You did, and I have a notebook.
What was the homework that I gave you? What was the specific thing that I said?
You
That
said define my point of view.
Yeah, but we worked on it. What is it?
It was that I need to be heard.
You need to be heard.
And now
'cause-
we're on a fucking podcast.
Because you're
Look at that.
in your family unit, right? You're the one that's not heard, right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So someone get me a megaphone. It's like the name of your first like stand-up routine.
Give me a megaphone. Listen to me.
Yeah,
Well, I was
listen.
just telling him, I was like, that's why I like to be told to shut up in bed.
Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
oh, I must have been doing a lot of fucking talking.
I love that, naughty little girl.
Yeah, so that's my bit.
Sweet, awesome.
That's your only bit, huh?
That's my only bit.
Sure.
What's your number again? No,
Get the fuck out of here.
that's great.
Have you ever dabbled in stand-up or tried to do like anything like that?
No, you said you have comedian friends though, right?
Yeah, I have comedian friends.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Kevin. I've known Kevin for Hart, that is, for the longest time. In case there's any question about which Kevin James, there's a lot of Kevins that are
Yeah.
in stand-up. But yeah, I mean, I feel funny. I don't know if I am, and I don't want to go on
Oh.
stage and find out.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
are afraid
That's
of it.
the hard part right there.
Well, yeah, it is because
Yeah.
it's like being on stage is like flirting by yourself with everyone watching.
Yeah.
That's good. That's actually a pretty good way of looking at it. Yeah.
Right? Because
That's
like when you're on
absolutely-
stage, you're basically flirting with yourself, like your own point of view
you're
with
flirting
like
with
the
your
world.
thoughts.
Yeah, you're
but there's people watching you. And
Exactly.
You're talking into a microphone.
Exactly, and it's really really cool. And like it's cool when you know who you are
Yeah.
So that you can talk about life from your perspective.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Trevor Noah's stand-up is so intelligent and so cool. And he was just talking about like growing up in Africa, I didn't know if I was white or black.
Yeah. That's
so
such a unique perspective.
He sees the whole world through, am I white or am I black in this scenario?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, imagine you like getting like pulled over like, you know, in a car like in California and like not knowing if you're like a white or a black kid, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like you grew up in Beverly Hills and you like driving like Aston Martin and then like you get pulled over next to your friends and the cops are like, freeze! You're like, wait a minute.
You're like, but I thought,
I have Allstate insurance. I thought I was in good hands.
is that what it was
man,
like?
They're like, give me your hands. We're not covering you. Taking you to the station. Throwing you in the slammer.
You can do stand up.
So, but like you have to have a point of view. And
Yeah.
like, you know, like,
Absolutely.
and I think your point of view has to be unique enough to be able to turn humor into what you see. Because some people have a point of view that sucks. You know, like I know people who are like, for instance, my roommate's a fighter, right? And his point of view is he was homeless. So like part of like being homeless is like being hungry, and that's what makes him fight.
Yeah.
So that's what he's in that lane because he's got this sort of like animal like instinct about him that's really primal of like I might not eat today. So that's like what fuels him to like go out and like be a world
And that's
champion.
not a funny point of view.
No, it's not at all. You know, you
It's depressing. Yeah.
know? Right? Exactly. You know,
You said he's
so-
a champ in K1?
No, this one is a chap in the Brazilian mixed
okay.
martial arts jiu-jitsu.
Gotcha.
So he's got a bunch of belts in the house, and he
Where
has,
do you-
he has a gym called California Mixed Martial Arts. It's
Is that where you train at?
I train at Ruka also.
Okay, cool.
In Orange County. So my best friend is like their lead fighter there, and they have it's a really cool place, and it's a great place for selfies. So you know,
And that's what matters.
you know how many people drive around LA taking selfies and leave?
That's all they do.
Seriously?
Oh my, really? You guys don't know this?
Wait, they drive into LA to take a selfie
no,
and then
people
leave?
all around the world will just do things just for the selfie. Like,
Oh
just
yeah,
for like,
and
the
then
photo.
like most of those people are boring as
You're
hell
talking
because
about
they're
people with followers, though, right?
Yeah, like it's their
yeah.
full-time job. Like,
Okay.
you know, like them going to work is like, I'm going to go to Santa Monica for 5 minutes, take a picture of my bikini, and then leave, and then post it and get like 600,000 likes. Like, that's just their job.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's just
That's what I was just talking
Yeah,
to you
yeah,
about.
you were just
literally
saying
just
that.
talking about like Instagram modeling. I was trying to say that like I'm trying to like work out a bit where it's like, what did the people who do that do before that was an option?
oh, they were just straight moochers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I said they were probably just housewives, right? Like all the hot
Moochers.com,
chicks.
yeah, for sure. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, can we go to lunch on your dime? Like, pull your black credit card out. Let's go shopping. Like,
Yeah.
that's what they were. And now they're
Yeah.
just mooching off companies. They're like, hey, can you fly me to your country and feed me and put me up in the hotel and take me shopping? And then people are like,
Okay.
for 400,000 likes, I sure will. And that's just kind of how it rolls,
yeah.
you know?
It is weird how just being in a place can like promote business, like a specific person being somewhere.
Absolutely, for sure.
It's like they're not doing anything; they're just putting their name close to yours.
well, that's endorsement. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
history of endorsement right there, right? If Michael Jordan's eating Wheaties, then we all are.
Yeah.
You know? And if-
Exactly.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? If like
Khloe
if-
Kardashian
if-
walks into a restaurant, everyone's going to want to go to that restaurant.
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, even that's like Bruce Jenner was like on the cover of a Wheaties box at one time because he was a Olympic champion. And so we've already been groomed as a society to like follow the leader,
Yeah,
and if the leader's a winner, then that's what we're all doing. And in the world that we are right now, winners are the people who have the most followers. That's like the new sort of like hierarchy of.
do you
like,
think it's going to stay
social.
that way, or do you think it's going to filter out? Because I feel like after a while, people, if that's your only thing, like you're not actually offering any sort of entertainment value or service, it's just going to go away, or do you think it's going to stick around?
This is exactly where hype comes in. So like what I see the next evolution is what I've already created. So I'm just building up my user base like privately first, and then there'll be the next wave of what's the hottest thing to do, and that's like what I'm looking to.
Oh, okay.
My contribution to society.
I kind of see what you're saying there.
I'm still lost.
You've given us quite a few hints at what that is.
I've given you guys probably too much hints, but this is not going to come out for a while. So
I probably will forget.
right, absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
So do you have any like crazy like stories from like back in the like cousin Skeeter days that like would maybe be fun?
I have
to
stories
talk
that if
about?
I told them I'd get lynched by my friends.
Uh-oh.
So yeah.
Please do.
Are there any that you can tell?
Can I tell some good stories?
Or are they all like confidential?
I could tell one story that's like super PG.
You can be as R-rated as you want on that.
I know.
Not for
but
them, though.
Yeah, but I got friends in high places.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I have this one story. So when I was living in Chicago in 1997.
How old were you then?
1997. Yeah, I was 14 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
My next door neighbor was Usher.
What the fuck?
That's awesome.
Right? Like I'm just like, and he was like on tour, like with like my way, what I say goes, and I'm in control. So like, you know, we became buddies because like, do you want to go to the gym? Because he was always working out because he was like the ab hot like model.
That was his thing,
So
yeah.
we go to the gym and then like our cardio routine was like basketball. But I'd already done like a bunch of basketball movies and I was like a pretty good basketball player. So I used to beat his ass all the time. And he would get so mad.
Wait, how old was he?
Like 19.
Oh, so he was a teenager too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like the 90s, you know what I mean? So he's
Got
a
it.
teenager, I'm a teenager, I would beat his ass all the time. But then, like, he would take me out at night, and he was, like, still Usher. So we'd, like, go out to, like, nightclubs, and, like, I could get in because I'm, like, walking in with, like, one of the biggest pop stars of the time. You know?
Right,
I mean, he's still the
right.
biggest pop star, but, like, you know, back then it was, like, even more, like, megalomania.
Yeah.
So I was going out, like, in my church suit, like, 14 years old.
You wore a suit to the club?
Well, you're 14, what else are you going to wear?
I don't know.
It's like that or, like...
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
Yeah, exactly. Like that or, like, a, you know what I mean? Like a...
You weren't like going on your own to shop at like Gucci or something. you know?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's actually started giving me clothes to like dress me cooler to be like, yo, you need to like wear these
need to
jabos.
What
Step
is
your
somebody
shit up.
like? I mean, obviously, did like drinking and stuff, but like, were you like, what am I doing here, or did you like figure it out pretty quick?
No, because I was just like curious, you know, like I'm like from LA and like, you know, in LA you grow up pretty fast because there's a lot of like, there's entertainment here, there's gang banging here, there's big sports stuff here, especially in the 90s. So I was already kind of like accustomed to like that world, but I was looking at it from like a nightlife angle, right?
Yeah.
Like my daytime lifestyle from a nighttime point of view. So I was super curious and went out and had fun. But then like, you know, he would have like his birthdays and like, I don't know, like what do you get like someone who has like everything, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Usher of all people.
yeah, right. I mean, like people have like Rolexes and nice cars. And you're like, what do you get them for your birthday? So I would just go to Toys R Us and just get them like the latest toys.
You're like, bro, let's do this Lego set together.
I would like to
That's
get things.
awesome.
I try to get things that shoot, like would shoot. Like I would get like
Like
a
Nerf guns and stuff.
Nerf gun, Super Soaker.
Laser
I'm like,
tag.
you don't have this shit, do you?
Let's play, man. That's such a little kid thing to do. I love it.
And so funny too. I was like, also like, I'm like, you probably can't just walk into a Toys R Us like I can. So like, even if like you know.
Oh, because he's Usher.
Yeah, because Usher. So you
yeah.
can't just walk.
Yeah.
I'll just go get you like something from a retail store that you can't.
You can't just go pick
You
up.
can't pick up yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I would always think like it's a Super Soaker. But when I was in Mexico, I used to work in Mexico. We would fill the Super Soakers up with tequila,
Of course.
and then we just like shoot girls and wet t-shirt contests up with like tequila.
Of course.
And they
course,
loved
why
it.
not?
I'm sorry, they loved it.
They were asking for
We weren't
it.
shooting at them. They were asking for
Yeah,
it.
they're like shoot me. Like, ah. So I was like, if anything, he's got a Super Soaker to fill up with some tequila.
Yeah.
You know.
But to be honest, I would be so stoked if somebody got me a Super Soaker.
Or
now.
Nerf gun, yes.
Now.
Yes, for sure. If cause summer's coming, if you're going to a pool party and had like the baddest water gun,
Oh my
and like bust it
God.
out, and if like you and your friends had like 6 of them, that would be like pretty
That
dang.
would be, yes.
Yeah, right.
I would love that.
And then you can put that on the gram like quick, right? Picture
Seriously.
and video.
I'm like so into being a little kid in an adult's body. It's way more fun to live like that.
So true.
You know, like doing like all those like adrenaline things in your Rush app.
Yeah, exactly. Rush 49.
Rush 49 app.
Rush49.com.
All that stuff is like stuff that you'd like to do as a little kid, like climbing trees and like
Yeah.
going on adventures, like really like living. And then after a certain age, we all like forget what that is.
Yes, for sure. That's
You know
so
what I
true.
mean?
That's true. That's right.
Yeah.
Because you get older and you have to fucking pay your bills, and people are like, "Shit, I guess I got."
Well, people
No, it's
just
not
think
that
they
too-
have to stop having fun, or that being serious is more
When
adult-like.
people get older, they just forget how to have fun.
You think
know?
so?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think also too, just like our patterns change. Like when you're a kid, like you got recess.
Yeah.
You look forward to it every day. You're like, oh heck yeah, recess.
You
is
also
coming.
don't have responsibilities besides going to school. That's it.
Yeah, but I think recess is like there should be like an adult recess.
Oh, for sure.
That would be sick, right? I'm sure that companies that win like best company awards are places like Google and like fun places. I bet they have recess.
They
Have
have
you
nap
ever-
time at Google. If you work at Google,
Oh,
they
I
have these
bet.
like huge pods that you lay in.
Yeah, like
And,
sick
like-
pods.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a WeWork office? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, the WeWork is like they're like
It's like a freelancer's office, sort of.
yeah conglomerate of like entrepreneurs or whatever.
Yeah, those places are fucking. That's like what we should have been designing our offices. Like it's so dumb that we were like, let's be in cinder block squares where it's all happiness goes to
format,
die.
Yeah, all open format, like super like collaborative, like
Yes,
workspace.
you feel like you can breathe in there. Like there's a fridge, there's coffee, there's just like there's ping pong tables and shit. It's like you don't feel like you are going there to do your work and like
To
you're
slave
like,
But
away.
"Get
there
me
should
outta
be
here." Yeah.
there should be like ping pong like 30 minutes where like you bring your freaking like headband. You know what I'm saying?
just
Like,
get in
like
it.
your gloves on,
You go
and you're
hard
like,
as fuck
yo,
in
like
ping
I'm
pong.
here to go hard as fuck. You know what I mean? And you have to have like a Asian ping pong name. You know what I mean? Like
Like
I would
what?
be like Lopaka. You know what I mean? Like just like you know what I mean? Just like whooping ass.
Do you hold the paddle like on the board?
Yeah, for sure. Like
That's legit how
you
you
know,
do it.
so you need to, and that would be like how it was when you were a kid and you had a recess. Like, yo,
Yeah.
we're gonna play like 15 minutes of kickball, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah. You
Right?
just go in so hard for that amount of time, and then you go back to your job.
Right. And so like if they had that, that'd be cool as hell, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then like if you could like do like a summer camp retreat with your work, that'd be like summer camp. And then there's this other one. It's called Treehouse.
What's Treehouse?
She loves tree
I do
houses.
love Treehouse.
Yeah. So they're like, imagine living in a college dorm, but as an adult, but the same setup.
As a treehouse, you mean?
As college dorm. It's called Treehouse.
Oh.
But like a college dorm setup. There's like a commissary downstairs that has like a swipe car that you like load it up so you can just get food galore like how you were in college.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like, you know what I mean? Like you can like share a room with someone who's like kind of like you know, to save money if you want to, if you don't live in an apartment by yourself, but like they all organize it for you and like based on your interests. So I think that stuff like that is pretty cool.
Where does that exist?
They're developing it right now. This kid named Prophet Walker, he's like, it's like his project. It's called Treehouse, and it's sick.
Cool. Well, we actually
No shit.
looked at a house in it was like Los Feliz sort of
Yeah.
area, and it was on the internet. It looked like the yard was like enormous, and like the house was open and very bright and beautiful, very artistic. Like you could tell they had built it with artists in mind.
Right.
But then we got there, and the thing of it was there were 3 different parties of people
Yeah.
living on the same lot.
Yeah, like a
it wa-
compound.
Yeah, so it was like you had a common area. So it was like an apartment complex, but very small.
And outdoor. The common area was outside. It was like
It was like your living room was outside. That's kind of the way they built it.
Like Melrose Place back in the day.
I don't know what that would look
Oh,
like.
the TV show.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Where like
Me
you
neither.
lived in like your one little spot, but then like the social area, like the living room, was like shared by like 8 different apartments, and like they're all dating and fucking each other and all that kind of shit.
It was like that.
yeah, that's
But
exactly what Melrose.
It
Place
was
like.
outside. So like and what was sick about it was they had like there was like a tree with like a creek, and then they had a table and a chair with outlets set up, so you could just like go be on your computer real quick, but you're like chilling outside instead of chilling in this room.
So sick.
Right. But it
love it.
felt weird because like we didn't. It was like you were moving in and being very close to people you
it
didn't
was
know.
it was like for older people because there was like a guy that like designed like something and
he was the designer
off
of
by his-
the place.
Yeah, but
like
he had like a store outlet or something like that, and then there was like a little family living at this other little.
Oh right.
Thing.
See, it's better if like everyone's kind of like in the same like
in the same place.
beating the same drum in life.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
Because that's how like a lot of like Italian architecture set up. Like if you go to Italy, there's like these little like,
It's all family style.
but not just even family style. They're just like there's just sort of like central courtyard that's like the hub of like 8 units, 10 units, 12 units, and like there's like an orange tree out there, like tables and stuff, and you can just kind of like live in this community where like you could literally borrow a cup of sugar from the person like next to you, across from you, but like multiple places like that. So I love that kind of Italian like sort of.
I love the idea of that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You just got to make sure you got cool people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, why we saw that house was my idea was to get a big house and then just put a bunch of comedians in it or people trying to be comedians and it'll be like a free flowing. Like people can come in, do podcasts.
Be like an incubator almost.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
So I just come up with an idea.
okay, what's up?
Okay, so this is something that I'm probably gonna do, and someone's gonna hear this, and they're gonna start doing it.
We can not say it to the podcast. You can just tell us.
Or how about you guys just hit me up? You know, you can go on my Instagram, the Robert Ri'chard. It's the Robert Ri'chard. I say the. People like
Is the Ri'chard? Do you put in the apostrophe or no?
on Instagram? You can't because
Okay.
it's just like so. It's just the Robert and then Richard. But
Richard.
Ri'chard. So, reflex, right? I didn't even think about that, right? So, shouldn't you be able to like have an avatar when you're buying your flight?
What do you mean?
Like when you're buying your flight to anywhere in the world, shouldn't you like kind of have like this stupid little like avatar, like you know, these cartoon characters version of yourself, so that like, and then when you sit in your seat, your avatar is sitting in your seat.
Oh, you can like.
How would you do that though?
No, listen, hear me out.
Yeah.
So like, you go on delta.com and then it says use your avatar, your profile photo. And then whatever seat you pick, 23F, then your picture is sitting there. So as the plane's filling up, you know who's sitting where. So like 3 dudes wouldn't sit in the same row because they know like, oh, there's 2 dudes sitting there. I'll sit in the next row behind that there's a girl and a guy sitting there. You know, because sometimes you don't want to like when you're on the plane. If you could move your seats to be with your friends, you would.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Or someone who's like you or cool like you. So I feel like you should be able to like sit your photo in your chair.
So it's like a social media for travel.
For travel, yeah, for sure.
Have you ever flown Virgin?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Holy shit, have you?
No.
It's the best
Oh my
airline.
god, it is the best. I've only been on it once, and me and my sister were flying I don't even remember where, but
To Miami, Fort Lauderdale, or
it was definitely somewhere on the East Coast. But I
Boston.
can't remember. It was probably Philly or something
Okay.
for Christmas.
What about Virgin though?
So they have, first of all, there's just a couple of things that are awesome. The lights are all pink.
They're like purple,
Oh, yeah.
ultraviolet.
So
like
it's super just
nightclub.
vibey.
Nightclub.
They're
It's like the color of like your hair.
yeah, it's like super like electric and gorgeous, and it's fun. And then their safety video is like a fucking production. It's a
music video.
musical.
It's a music video.
music video with Todrick Hall is like the performer, which is amazing, and you actually pay attention. And then they have this thing, like first of all, they have games on your little TV, not just whatever movies, and they have a chat room.
Yeah, you can just like
You can chat with anybody on the plane.
You can just like look up like in front of you, like 12F, and just go on 12F and be like, hey, and then like on their screen at 12F, it'll be like, hey, from 23.
They have like
J.
AOL Instant Messenger on Virgin.
Yes.
Pretty much. I didn't know that you could do individual chats. I thought we just found where it was like the whole plane could talk, like in a group chat.
You can do that, but you can also like DM somebody. Like,
That's fucking weird.
That's so good. That's like all you're giving way to all this like creepy behavior.
yeah, like
Like, oh, I won't sit next to this girl.
what's your name? What's your size? As soon as she buy that wine, I just creep up from behind.
Have you ever used that?
Oh,
On
of
Virgin?
course, yeah. But you know, I'm like a swordsmith with words. Wordsmith with swords.
Are you?
Swordsmith with words, yeah, for sure. I'm like, I have game. You know what I mean? I've been practicing my whole life.
You
know?
talking about DM game?
I'm talking about just anything. I can just talk, like, because I know, like, so in life, people like shock and awe.
Yeah.
So like, if you just go up to like,
Well, it's a good way to get attention. Like immediately.
yeah, but shock and awe though, and shock and awe doesn't have to be like loud. It's just like you can just shock somebody.
Oh yeah.
So you can just like go up to like the like hottest girl in the world and just be like, "Can you hold my bag for a second?" It should be like, "What?" Like what? She'd be like, "What?" You'd be like, "Can you just hold this for a second?" And you just like bend over and tie her shoe, and then just grab her bag like, "Thank you," and then walk away. She'd be like, "Wait a minute," like just because it's like no one ever does that to her, you know?
Yeah.
So whenever you introduce like shock and awe,
Did
to
you
a
learn
person-
that from like Think Like a Man or something? I feel like you learned that tactic from a movie.
I have guy friends who would like put Hitch with Will Smith to shame.
Oh, no way. I love that movie.
It's a great movie.
It is.
It's awesome. Shout out to Will Smith. Yo, what up, Will?
I saw that movie at least twice in the theater, and it's like one of my favorites for sure.
So what is that a Thanksgiving movie?
You mean when it came out?
No. Like when do you rewatch it? Because I know you rewatch it.
Yeah.
But like when do you?
Well, I used to rewatch it when I had cable, and I would see it on TV, and just whenever it was playing, I would put it on. I can't. I think it was on Netflix for a while, and I
Right.
rewatched it on.
But you know,
Netflix.
like Home Alone is like a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna watch Home Alone every Christmas.
I don't watch Hitch depending on a holiday. I don't think.
Really, some movies are just that good. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Do what
Hocus
every
Pocus,
Thanksgiving?
You watch it on Halloween.
Well, yeah, but Hitch
Yeah.
is not. There's no holiday in the movie.
Yeah, but it's a movie that you'd watch like 100
family-
times
yeah.
and not ever get bored of it. You
It
know what I mean?
is,
Because
for
it's
sure.
like when he drinks the Benadryl with his face all swollen, like it just never gets
It's
old.
not that bad. That movie's great. I
Yeah.
love it so much.
So yeah, he's like, but
With Kevin James, just anything with
the
teaching
toothpick,
Kevin
right?
James, it's just so
the
good.
toothpick.
Don't ever do. He just slaps him. Never again.
Yeah, so like my friends, like all of my guy friends would put like Hitch to shame with like
Their tactics.
I call them social scientists.
Oh.
And that's because like social science is like a kid, that's like a class. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're like a social scientist.
Do they like run experiments? Is that like kind of just
No, they're not campy with it. They
No,
just
I'm not saying like
love-
they go out of the way and be like, I'm gonna try this. It's kind of like they just like in the moment are like, what if I did that? And then they see what happens.
I feel like that certain people just have like a style and they can stay in their style all the time and they can grow and evolve. So I say like a lot of times they're like rappers. Like there's never a time when a rapper doesn't have to be a rapper. Like if you're a rapper and you go to like a black tie event where everyone's in tuxedos and you're not in a tuxedo,
It's fine.
No one cares because you're a rapper,
That's how I think about comedians.
right?
It's like you can kind of be a piece of shit if you're going for a laugh. People just excuse it, or are more likely to. If you have,
Like if you went to a party and Aziz Ansari was there, like, and he like was being Aziz Ansari, doesn't matter what the circumstance. It could be a funeral. Like you'd be like, well, that's who he is.
yeah.
And so I call these social scientists. I'm like, they're never in a circumstance where they don't have to truly be their entire self in their own style. Whereas like in my profession, I'm always like getting off of my personal style to be a character in a movie. Like I might go like 6 months being Ziggy, who's not Robert Ri'chard. And so, you know what I mean? So I have these friends who are like always their own style, always themselves, and they just like, it just grows and grows and grows, and they become like these like colossal giants of like social science, and they just run environments. I call them all tsunamis. I'm like, when a tsunami comes, there's nothing you can do about it. It just washes away everything and just takes over.
That's
like, They're
awesome.
tsunamis. So,
I want to be a tsunami.
tsunami. I like
I think
that
you are kind of a tsunami.
I think I kind of am.
Yeah, you're
too.
kind of a tsunami. You have a powerful personality.
Thank you.
But tsunamis are like, you know, you can be in a scenario where you feel like you're life threatening, and a tsunami is still a tsunami. You know, that's kind of crazy. You know,
Yeah.
Oh, like they're
Yeah.
just so into who they are.
so who they are. You know, I was like watching like Pablo Escobar's story, and like Pablo Escobar is like a tsunami,
Right.
a tsunami of violence and drugs and money. But like, you know,
It comes from like an extreme self-confidence.
extreme and unapologetic and willing to like die on your sword, like the mind of the samurai. So like in Pablo Escobar's thing, like he was making, what was the number? Like, I don't know, something like $10 million a day. And someone told him that like, oh, someone in your camp is going around the dinner table and taking knives, like the expensive knives. He's like, bring him over here. Like this guy's just taking silverware. And he's like, oh, you gonna take silverware? And he handcuffed the guy and then handcuffed his feet and then just threw him in the pool. And then they just always watched the guy drown.
And like nobody was going to say, don't do that because,
No one's gonna say
Because that's a tsunami.
But that's a tsunami.
right.
Yeah.
When he was convicted of cocaine trafficking, he told the Colombian government, okay, I was in this car and I didn't know that there was drugs back there, but there was. So technically I am guilty, but it wasn't my fault. So let's compromise. How about I build you a prison?
Yeah. He built his own prison
He built his own prison
for himself.
for himself and all of his friends who were all criminals. He's like, we should all be in jail. I mean, that just makes sense, right? I mean, we were caught in a car. I mean, we were accomplices, but someone's got to go and take the fall. So I'll take the money and I'll build a jail for all of us. And then he did.
It was basically a dope mansion.
Yeah, he put a nightclub in it. He had like cocaine, had girls coming in, all this stuff. But it was still, he was in jail for like 5 years. And he was in there incarcerated.
Yeah.
So like that to me is the idea of like a tsunami. The same way that Nelson Mandela can be a tsunami.
Yeah,
or,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
There's never a time when she can be talking to Donald Trump and still be Oprah and still be a tsunami.
Right.
So, I think that's really admirable. And I
For
admire
sure.
people who are like that.
Definitely, that's something I'm.
So you're saying you have friends that are like tsunamis where they can just go into any setting and just
Any environment.
pick up a
and just-
chick or whatever?
And just affect the whole like scene,
For sure.
And we've seen
Kevin
like,
Hart.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart.
even like somebody like, have you guys ever seen Travis Scott perform?
No, I've never seen him perform.
What a rock star, bro. Yo, what up, Trav? How you doing? What's going on? Bro, he's so good. Like, you can be in the most dead environment and he just walks in and it's like, I go hard in the motherfucking like he just goes so hard.
Yeah.
And he's a tsunami and like you just go in and just affect stuff.
That's awesome.
So I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel at least in our profession of like being a comedian, you kind of have to be that way. Or at least that's what I would like to be in my
Striving
profession.
for it, yeah.
Because that means you can go up on stage and say anything. And if you stand by what you say, what is anybody going to say back to you that's going to have you go off kilter or anything?
Right.
Like you really there's nothing anybody can say against you if you're just like, nope, that's what I believe. I'm not fucking changing it.
So Dave Chappelle like was gone for a while from the stand-up game.
Yeah.
And then he was like came back and like his show he was like I'm so fucking good at comedy
Yeah.
that I write punchlines before I write jokes.
Kick her in the pussy.
I'm a kicker in the pussy.
And the joke that he ended up doing that punchline, but it had nothing to do with the joke, but it still killed.
Yeah, it still killed. It was like the best payoff.
Yeah.
And like that's being comedian that like you can set up a joke that like I kicked her in the pussy is the punchline, and if you are yourself and you have your style and people sort of expect that from you, you can pull off a great hour-long segment with that being the punchline that is your mic drop mamba out.
I always say that the best comedians, they never apologize.
Ever.
Because as soon as I've seen have you heard of Kill Tony?
No, he sounds dope though.
It's Tony Hinchcliffe is a stand-up comedian. He has this podcast live show at the
I thought
Comedy
his
Store.
name was Kill Tony.
No, the show's
because that
called
would be
Kill
a
Tony.
statement and a name,
Right.
And a command.
So he has this show, and what it is they give 60 seconds to anybody that puts their name in a bucket, gives them 60 seconds to do stand-up without it being interrupted, and then they kind of analyze it, talk about it, give them feedback, roast them, whatever happens. And there was this person that went up there, and they used somebody's name that was on stage, and you could tell they were embarrassed immediately, and so right after their set, she was like, I hope you don't think that was about you. But she said it into the microphone, so we all heard her. And I was like, you just killed
Your whole-
anything you just had by apologizing.
Your whole career.
Yeah. I mean, she wasn't going anywhere. But
Obviously, she just apologized.
right. So she, you got to hold your opinions if you're going to have any respect, especially in the comedy world, because they will rip you apart if you falter in your confidence even a second.
And comedians talk about other celebrities they know. They talk about politicians. They talk about like world issues. They talk about like terrorists and shit too. And they'll like call them out. So you got to like be able to like literally stand in front of like Saddam Hussein and tell jokes about him. Like, I'm a roast your ass.
Yeah.
And that's just part of who I am.
It's so courageous. Like, did you watch Michelle Wolf on the White House Correspondents' Dinner?
She ripped who?
Just fucking everybody.
The entire like Republican Party.
Yeah, but
Pretty
she
much.
like went in on
She
one.
went in on the woman Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Oh, yeah,
or
she,
whatever.
like, yeah.
She was sitting right there.
Yeah, and
I
just
was like,
pulled
fuck,
no
man.
punches.
Like, it was incredible. That is such a fucking like
Fearless.
yes,
And
like
brave.
Oh my god, that
And
was
the people
incredible.
were laughing too. Like,
Well, yeah, because
She murdered.
because when other people are getting roasted, it's funny.
It's hilarious.
But when it's you, it's like, well, if you don't have a sense of humor, it's
the best part about that was
offensive.
where she came out and she said like, should have done your homework. Like,
yeah, like
you
should have
shoulda
looked
known.
me up
Yeah, you shoulda
before you
looked me up.
invited me. It's basically what she said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I was going. You invited a chef to come over here and roast you.
I just don't understand. Like they do it every year. They bring a comedian basically to roast, and it's like. I don't know. Why are you getting mad? Because you have brought this on yourself. Nobody should be getting mad at the comedian.
But the act of getting mad though is actually
it's hilarious.
it's a defense mechanism.
Oh, for sure.
No. It's a tactic. You know, like we hear this shit like the Illuminati and like all these like Freemasons and stuff. But like there's a real system that humans have been in for 4,000 years that shows you how to properly hide shit. And the best way to hide something is to hide it in plain sight. So like the fact that like we all heard Trump grab someone by the pussy is the reason why he can get away with it, because it's hidden in plain sight. It's like everyone knows about it. It's kind of a joke. Did you hear Trump say this? But it's like it didn't happen in this private setting where like if he got exposed, it'd be like you can for assault. It's hidden in plain sight, and that goes back to like just art. Like the Mona Lisa is like the first like transvestite, you know. But it's like in plain.
What?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
See, it's like it's the most famous painting. Everyone in the world's seen it. It's the reason. It's like the number one reason to go to France. It's like $1 trillion asset to boost tourism and hotels and accommodation and all this stuff. And like
The Mona Lisa is a transvestite?
basically, yeah. I mean, that's like the joke is like, what's the Mona Lisa smirking about? It's like the first transvestite that's like
Been
caught in
documented
an
or
caught in an image. Yeah. You know, so it's just stuff like that, you know? That's like if you hide things in plain sight. So like the whole thing of like Illuminati is like illumination, which is like hide things in the light, not in the dark.
Oh, okay.
You know, like all the things that you've seen that's like on the dollar bill that you've seen your whole life. That is like some super cryptic shit, but it's on the dollar bill, so it can't be that cryptic. Well, yeah, it's still that cryptic. It's just on the dollar bill. So
You're
it's
talking about like conspiracy theories and stuff?
everything. You know what I mean? Everything that you're just trying to hide, if you can hide it in the light. That's why comedians are safe, because all the jokes are in the light.
Well, it's also like I always say, if you put your flaws or anything that you are ashamed of or whatever out front, like that's just okay. I'm safe now because you already know it all.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're like,
it's transparency, right?
Yeah.
And it's a certain level of authenticity that, you know, human beings are like, okay, let them do that because they're authentic. You know? Like, even if you're like a dictator, you're like, yeah, I'm making nuclear warheads. What are you going to do about it?
yeah, it's like, oh shit.
I got a shit ton of uranium. What are you going to do with uranium? I'm making warheads. You know? So it's just kind of like, if you hide your shit out there, then you're straight, you know? Like, if I was just like, you know, I'm going to jaywalk. Like if I told everybody all the time, like, I'm a professional jaywalker, I would jaywalk any boulevard in the world. I don't know that if I ever went to court and like the judge knew that.
You're like, I told you I was
I'm a
gonna
professional
jaywalk.
jaywalker.
I got business cards, man. What are you going to do?
You crossed the Milky Way on foot. You're like, told you.
I was fucking told you.
So
Got it.
You know, so yeah, I think that's kind of like how, you know, that's the whole idea of like power is like hiding things in plain sight. Something to be said about that.
Damn.
So not to get too deep on y'all.
I was going to say, that's some real shit.
Food for thought. All right, so what's y'all's favorite food? Segue.
That was a good segue.
Nice, right?
I like fucking healthy food, man.
Okay.
I'm so boring, but I like stuff that tastes like I am getting my nutrients.
Okay, sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy eating things that I know are going to make my body feel good, like Brussels sprouts, chicken, vegetables. Like, I like eating stuff that's not that, but I don't like eating it too much because then my body feels like shit. And I'm like,
garbage.
Why would I do that to myself?
Yeah, so true. What about you? What's your favorite food?
I mean, that's fun sometimes eating healthy. But you know what's fun sometimes? It's chili cheese fries.
Oh, shit.
I agree with you. And that's food that's good for your soul versus food that's good for
It's
your
just
body.
good for mouth pleasure. That's basically
Mouth pleasure, too.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that.
I have an argument. So everyone knows I have a social health initiative to change the way that America and the world sees health, fitness, and nutrition.
Yeah.
So I have this argument. I have this experiment I want you guys to run at home. Like, I think that we think vegetables don't taste good.
Don't taste good?
But they taste amazing.
They do.
Like, I think a lot of the flavor that's in food is hidden actually like in the vegetables. And so like I'll make like a burrito and then put like green peppers and like red peppers and all that stuff in the burrito, like or whatever you like, and like season it and that, but like still put chicken or shrimp or steak or whatever in the burrito, but just load it up with the veggies, and the veggies make the burrito taste that much better. So I think you got to kind of like change your mindset of like, do I think healthy food tastes healthy as opposed to just taste bomb if you just flavor it right? You know?
Yeah, you were saying though that you eat like just straight up like raw broccoli.
Yeah, like I'll eat raw broccoli for sure.
I don't like broccoli.
Yeah.
I wish I did. It's just I don't. Every time it goes in my mouth, I'm like, get out of here.
If you like steam it a little bit and
that's what I
then
was
get like some balsamic.
Ooh.
And then maybe like slice some tomatoes and some mozzarella or something like that. I think you might change your point of view on just the whole broccoli.
The only time
experience.
I've only had it plain or with cheese. That's like my adventurousness with broccoli.
Right, yeah, for sure.
But I'm really bad at. I've never been like a chef, or I don't experiment with food enough. Maybe that I know my mom wasn't a cook, so I didn't really learn
right, yeah.
how to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you grow up knowing what your parents taught you.
What you saw in the kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, so I knew very basic how to cook stuff out of a box.
Yeah.
And
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I like fire. I'm a little bit of a pyro. So, like, just the idea of, like, barbecuing in the backyard.
well, anything over a fire
It's
tastes
great. It's so good. So I used to love is like, oh, I'll build the fire for the barbecue. You know, even a charcoal grill, I'll just go out there and just spray just like lighter fluid like crazy and just light
this bitch up.
light one match, just like, whoom. I'm like, put everything on there. So that's kind of how I learned how to cook, was just like open flame grill, and then from there I kind of like
I
started.
bet you
bringing-
host like a bomb barbecue.
Absolutely, because I have my own drinks too. I'm an alcoholic. I can't say that like
No,
that.
you're a mixologist?
Oh yeah, same thing. Yeah, I'm a mixologist.
I'm a heroin addict. No, actually, just a dealer.
I mean,
Yeah, so
wait, you're really into alcohol? Because I don't really drink anymore.
I collect it. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I think it is for sure.
You get into like Japanese whiskeys and stuff.
I have all that stuff, like
Yeah.
grappas, whiskeys, cachaça, like araki, arak, like things that are like their own spirit.
Have
like,
you ever had like actual, real, legit absinthe?
Yes, I have.
You knew I was gonna ask that,
from
didn't you?
France. Yes, and I
shit.
had the best time ever on
Really?
absinthe.
Is that
What's
a
it
story
like?
you can tell us?
Yeah, I can tell you guys. So we had an absinthe party,
Okay.
and the rule of the party was you have to wear something pink.
Oh, okay.
So we had guys and girls, and like everyone wore something pink. So like the girls wore like a pink dress, or like a guy wore like a pink polo or something like that. So we like I went out to Smart and Final,
Nice.
plug for Smart and Final,
Nice.
and got like
Shout
these-
out to Smart and Final.
shout out Smart Final
This podcast brought to you by Smart Final.
and EPM, better science, better medicine, transforming suffering for all. Nice little plug there.
Hey,
so yeah,
if you want to pay us, we'll plug that every episode.
see there you go. See.
Swear to God.
Working like that. The
First
hustle.
sponsor.
The hustle. I love it. So I got spoons because you're supposed to like cook the sugar. You douse it in the absinthe, the real absinthe, and you light it on fire.
What, a sugar cube?
A sugar cube or just sugar.
Okay.
Like
Wait, you
you can make
melt-
sugar can be a cube, but you can just do the sugar.
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
melt sugar.
No, you pour absinthe on sugar.
Okay.
okay.
And then you light the absinthe on fire, the alcohol,
Okay.
and it cooks the sugar, and you put that into the cup and you stir it. That's how you activate like the absinthe.
That sounds
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
So there's, like,
because sometimes people do like to take like acid, actual acid. You like put it on a sugar cube.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
that's what I thought you were saying.
Right. Well, just I mean, it's really sugar in the form of a cube.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
No, I know.
6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. The packaging's a little bit different. Right.
Anyway.
So yeah. So and then you stir it up, and then you drink it, and it like you feel like that like. Shit, I just drank like some like legit like gasoline type stuff, yeah. But we were like 14 of us were like all enclosed, and then like we went out, and like we were acting like monkeys. Like we were like in the nicest restaurant,
Oh, God.
like upside down against the wall, twerking, like having like a twerk contest with no regard. Like,
Jesus.
like the manager came over and like one of the girls ran and jumped on him, like wrapped her legs around the guy.
Did you get kicked out?
No, they could. There was too many of us. There's 14 of us acting like wild as hell, and like we didn't realize they were acting wild in the time. We just thought we were like in this restaurant. Like we stood up, one person started dancing, and the other person started dancing. They were like trying to get the whole restaurant to stand up and dance, but like it was just nuts. And I'm like, that's half. That's the
So wait, what was the? Why did everybody have to wear pink?
just so there's some sort of like heightened experience of like we're doing this. We're all a
Just so-
team.
We're a team.
We're a team. You know what I mean? Gotta
good
have
vibes.
You should have made T-shirts. Team
spirit.
absinthe.
Yeah, but just the fact that like we were all like in pink, like the photo was cool. You know, like this kind of like that kind of stuff. So
It was a good vibe.
Fun.
Yeah.
Is that the only time you've done it?
I've done it for a golf event too.
Absinthe?
Huh?
Absinthe? Or-
Yeah,
oh,
for sure.
shit.
Yeah, we went to like a fun golf invitational where we all like dressed in like golf wear, like obnoxiously dressed in golf wear, and then we like did
Checkered pants and the whole thing.
Yeah, like the
everything.
stupid hat and the white glove and all this stuff. Yeah, and like the girls wore like the golf skirts and stuff, and then we went out and did absinthe beforehand, and we were like wild, like fencing with like the golf, with the putters and stuff.
That's
you know?
awesome.
You know, we broke a putter.
Did you
Yeah.
jump
And
in the
a
lake
go-
or something? Anybody?
No, there was no lake to jump into, but I'm sure it probably would have got that rowdy. You know?
What about golf carts?
Oh yeah, just driving around. We didn't flip one, thank the Lord, because you can get really injured flipping golf carts.
Yeah.
There's no seatbelts in that motherfucker.
Just a big vehicle.
This girl that I work with actually took a golf cart out onto the course and she was super wasted. Crashed it off of like one of the little bridges.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Flipped it down, and like when she came, it was like one of her first days too. She came in, she just had this huge gash on her head. She was bleeding like really bad.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone was just like, "What the fuck happened?" She's like, "I fucking fell off the bridge."
A
They're
golf
like, do you
cart
know how to drive?
is like a table with wheels on it. Like that's
Yeah.
about how safe a golf
They
cart
don't
is.
drive like cars, by the way. They drive.
Yeah, they're
they-
really
Yeah.
wobbly.
They're
and-
wobbly and they have no center of gravity, so they're just like if
Yeah.
you hook a left, like they're sending you right. You know, it's great. I
Yeah.
love it. Some celebrities have really amazing golf carts. Shaq has probably the best.
He makes golf carts?
The Shaq Mobile. It's amazing. Yeah, it's got like these huge rims on it and like a speaker system and there's like a fridge with a cooler on it and stuff.
Not
Yeah.
surprised.
Hosts,
Shout out to
like-
Shaq.
Shout out to
Shout
Shaq. Yo, what
out.
up, Shaq? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Little Warrior is what I call him. That's his actual real name.
Little
Little
war.
Well, Shaquille means Little Warrior.
Oh no
Which is
shit.
kind of ironic that he's 7'12" and 300.
You've
Do you,
met,
ki- do
you've
you
met
kick
him?
his ass in basketball as well?
I've been dunked on Shaq quite a few times actually, which is I know Shaq. I did.
Yeah.
He did like my first. He produced like my first like 3 like TV shows.
Oh nice.
He's
So-
a producer? I didn't
Yeah,
know
he
that.
actually shout out to Shaq. Shaq sent me to NASA.
He
NASA?
sent you to NASA?
Yeah,
for
I went
what?
to Space Academy and he sent me there. He paid for
I thought you were gonna say you went to space. I was like, really?
it. No, I wish that.
Wait,
was,
you went to Space Academy?
Yeah,
just
when I was like a kid. When I was like
shits
16,
and gigs?
I wanted to be an astronaut.
Aw.
He's like, you want to be an astronaut? He's like, I'll send you to space camp.
Was he like your
Damn.
daddy? He's like your sugar
no,
daddy?
No. My real father is like my real dad. I don't have that going on.
I don't know. I want Shaq to send me to space camp.
There you go. See,
What did you do in space camp?
you know? You do like laboratory stuff, and then like the bouncy like moon jump stuff, and like you go scuba diving. That's one of probably the best things at space camp. Like the
Why?
zero gravity like experiments. So you like they give you a puzzle that you do underwater.
Oh, that's awesome.
So you have like a tank that's like 8-minute tank, and like you and like 3 other people go down there, and they give you a puzzle like untangle like this entire water hose, like a big huge white like space grade water hose in like 8 minutes, and like stack it on the bottom of the tank, you know, stuff like that. So you communicate with people with like out talking. You know?
Oh, that's cool.
So it's cool. This is all teamwork
That's
stuff.
interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you eat space food. And all that kind of
Where is that?
stuff. So space camp is in Florida,
Okay.
Cape Kennedy. And then Space Academy is in Huntsville, Alabama. Shout out to Alabama. I love y'all, Alabama. Yeah. And also my Roll
We're
Tide
going to have
friends.
all of the Alabama people watching.
I have a lot of Alabama friends too, for sure. And I have a lot of followers on social media from Alabama. Yo, shout out to Bama, you know what I'm saying? War Eagle too. I gotta give a shout out to Roll Tide and War Eagle.
We'll just give you
What is
5
that?
minutes so you can just say everything that you
Auburn's
love.
War Eagle, and then Roll Tide's Alabama.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Big football schools.
Yeah.
You're a
That side of
big
the-
football fan?
I'm a sports fanatic. Yeah, for sure. I love baseball, football, basketball, hockey.
What's your football team?
Tennis. Steelers. Yes, steel curtain.
okay.
Terrible towel. Should have brought a terrible towel.
Yeah, you should have.
That's like the one team that no one's mad at that you root for. Because I'm from California. We don't have a football team. I mean, technically now we have
We
the
have like
Rams.
3.
We just got them, though.
But-
It's just like being a nerd and all of a sudden like being rich and then having like 3 girlfriends. I'm like, where did y'all come from?
Yeah. No one's like a diehard
California's like a nerd that just got 3 girlfriends. That's a great parallel right there.
Right? You're like, where the hell did you guys just come from? We're like, how you making all this money? Like, we're here now.
Yeah, really though.
Right. That's like the biggest sugar daddy. It's like Los Angeles.
I don't know.
It's
It's
like
weird.
two baseball teams, 2 basketball teams, like 3 football teams, 2 soccer teams.
But they don't have the fan base because nobody is like
From here.
trying to represent. Yeah.
Well, now I had to go out and buy a Rams T-shirt like day one. I'm like, who else is gonna root for them besides me? I'm a native.
yeah.
You know, so
The Rams actually used to be in California like a long time ago.
all their
They
fans
were,
are
and then they
grandmas.
came back.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
Yeah.
I'm a Philly fan, so Eagles.
It's a very convenient time to be a Phillies fan, considering you guys whooped ass.
It has nothing to do with that.
That's
my whole
actually what I
family's
said
from
the
Philly.
first time I met you.
Well, everybody just seems to think that I wore Eagle. I have these like workout pants that are just Eagles, like
Green.
they're green and gray and like an eagle along the side. And it says Eagle. It's like really obnoxious. I was wearing them to the gym, and somebody was like, "Oh, you know an Eagles fan?" And I was like, "Actually, I got these 2 years ago." So yeah.
Right. Do you like get like your change for money with like dollars that have eagles on it? Like, I'll take all ones.
Wait, what?
Because like there's like an eagle on like the $1 bill. Are you
is?
like, oh, I'll take all ones for that, or like I'll get a silver
No,
dollar? Oh, okay.
no.
I didn't know like how diehard you
No,
were.
no, no,
'Cause
no.
there's certain levels of like fandemonium, and
Yeah.
they get pretty high. You know.
It's not that intense. I'm just very proud of the city and the team and my whole family. Like I said, they're all from there. So.
And then are you a 76ers fan?
I'm only an Eagles fan.
Oh wow, because the 76ers right now are doing very, very well in
I
basketball.
don't really care for basketball. That's just
Really?
Yeah.
It's like hockey.
I love
on land.
hockey. I mean, I love watching it.
On
I don't really
sneakers.
have a tie to it. I don't know. I just don't like the ego that goes with basketball. It seems to be less of a team sport, more of an individual sport.
But what about the food and the alcohol? Like the chili fries?
No.
and
The atmosphere
absinthe?
is dope. But like, I'm not gonna watch it on TV or stay up to date on who's doing what. I love live any kind of event, whether it's music, any type of entertainment, sports. All of that stuff is good.
If you had to create like a new live event, like what would you like?
I really love the idea of virtual reality plus like Mario games.
That
What?
sounds dope.
So, like, you know, virtual reality, they're starting to really make progress with it. I have this awesome, like, where you would build a world that's like Mario Party.
Yeah.
And instead of playing a character, you play as yourself.
Yeah.
And you're in the world of Mario.
So
Yeah,
like
for
Ready
sure.
Player One.
Ready Player One. And you're like doing all the stuff physically, so you're actually getting a workout.
Like throwing like fireballs.
Yeah.
and shit.
Like you actively have to do it because then that's kind of what Pokemon Go is trying to do, trying to get people out and about.
What Pokemon Go is augmented reality, which means that like it's just through your phone or whatever.
Yeah, but you have to go
Virtual-
out into the world to do it.
Yeah, but that's augmented reality. Virtual reality is you put on a headset.
Okay, then
and then you're-
augmented video
Well,
games.
no, what she's
Gotcha.
she's talking about a combination of two. So like, you would be on a real obstacle course wearing goggles that made it look like Mario World.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
like
I see.
the tunnel that you have to hop on would be
Yeah.
a block that you have to hop on, but you're doing it in VR, so it looks like a tunnel.
Yeah, that would be fucking.
You know, and then
Right?
like the fireballs would be like real tennis balls that you're throwing at stuff, but it
yeah.
looked like a fireball in your VR world.
we'll get there.
That's
I
sick.
think so.
Well, so what kind of what was that? What do you call that? So that's not augmented reality. It's not virtual reality. It's like virtual
Interconnected reality.
space work.
Interconnected. It's like
Yeah,
It's like I love the idea of stepping into
Interconnected, I like that.
interconnected. I like, and then my other idea was: is there a
Interconnected
place
entertainment.
that, like, you know, like iconic music videos or iconic TV, like movie scenes where you could go and like,
Be in it.
yeah,
Like they kind of have that with like virtual reality. You can like download to your goggles or whatever, like to your computer, the Seinfeld apartment, and you can like walk around the Seinfeld apartment.
but I mean more like, okay, I want to go to a place that's sort of like a museum
Like
where
a children's museum.
it's like, you know, the ice cream museum that's like a big thing. Everybody's taking pictures, and you get to be,
Yeah.
you get to play. You're immersed in the world. So I want something where they have the set of like Britney Spears is Toxic,
And you can like
and you get to put on the costume, and you get to make your
taste of
own
your
video.
love,
You do all the
oh,
choreography
you're toxic
And I-
love. You're like pushing like a
in the cart, and you're like, nah, 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 like
Down
doing
the
the whole thing.
airplane.
I just feel like because that, I don't know. I love music videos,
and then the
I would
airplane
always,
can be on hydraulics and it would like knock you over.
whatever it is. Yeah, but I just like the idea of
It'd be like Britney Spears video mixed with like a mechanical bull ride.
that would be so funny. Oh my god.
Right?
Or again, have you watched Wipeout or not Wipeout?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Wipeout.
I
There's
want-
the Gong Show Wipeout. There's a bunch of them.
I want that, but I want it to just be in my backyard for me to work out on.
Whoa, yeah, like a Wipeout yard.
Yeah, I just want to do it to stay active and have fun because that's what
That's sick.
So that's like your goal for like when you're a millionaire.
I want. Like, have you ever been on a playground as an adult?
It's amazing.
It is,
Yeah.
but I
Sober-
mean, you're too big for
Or
it,
just to
most
a-
of them.
just a
But
Really?
park
But
in general.
what about if you're drunk though? Then it's still fun.
well, I went to like the park that I grew up at, and like the monkey bars are like there's only like 6 of them, and I was like, oh, it's way easy now because I could step across the thing.
You figured it out now.
Yeah,
Right.
but like even like doing the monkey bars, like I haven't worked those muscles in forever. Even I was like, holy shit, I was a strong little kid when I was like climbing ropes and stuff.
Right.
That's probably where like CrossFit and stuff came from, where they were like,
The
we
rock
want to
climbing
be,
gyms.
rock climbing
why
gyms.
they're
Have you ever
so
been to
big.
one of those?
Yeah, there's one called Rock Creation. It's in California. We sell tickets to that on Rush49.
Hell yeah.
.com. Look at that plug. But yeah, no, I was saying like if you could create a sport, like I think that it's crazy that sports were created. Mm-hmm. Like an actual basket on like a piece of board is what became basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I think that like any like type A dude like back whenever basketball was invented it would be like you're in the backyard throwing a ball into a peach basket.
100%. And what's weird is that all the sports that we have that are huge, like football, basketball, hockey, why isn't there anything else that's new besides like esports, I guess, which isn't a lot.
Esports
It's
and
not
like
the
MMA
same.
is like kind of the
But
newer.
like why? But why isn't there anything like? Why was it that all those sports all involve the fucking ball?
Or the
and getting
ball.
the ball into something.
Yeah, balls are dope though. But see, I think
Hey, shout out to balls.
Yeah, shout out to balls. You know what I'm saying? Holla. To all three of my new girlfriends out there. I'm in California. No, I'm joking. No, but like I was just thinking like, what if we invented a sport? Like we'll call it like mail drop. And like it sounds funny, like what it's like it'd be like a post office, like a postman sport. Mm-hmm. And you have like paper.
It's like Paperboy. You ever play that game
Yeah,
on
but
the
like
Nintendo?
a real paper boy where like you gotta like throw like into like goals and shit, but like it's like a stack of like newspaper, like a like a.
Is it a
newspaper.
team-based game?
It could be, but like you'd go through your like course and then like you sit on the team and like your next guy would go and you
Well,
score points.
okay.
Any of the sports that don't involve balls are mostly the Olympic sports, right?
Correct.
But they're just not viewed the same way as basketball and football are in like the hype way.
Right, because those are more like American sports, right?
Or they're just like they're not played as often, or it's less viewership. I don't really know what the
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
But I think
What goes into
throwing
that,
a
but-
newspaper into goals could really be a sport if like basketball can become a sport.
yeah. It's just people need to get on board enough to all want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, even like, have you seen like like what's the one with the
racket
Lacrosse.
thing?
lacrosse?
Yeah,
Yeah,
lacrosse.
lacrosse. Yeah, like that's a super active sport now, and like people are like in crazy shape and doing like backflips and scoring. Like the other day on ESPN, this dude like did like 2 backflips and threw it behind his back and like got the goal.
I played lacrosse in high
shit.
school, and I had this move where I would shoot it between my legs.
Yeah.
And I made it one
Yeah,
time.
exactly. Yeah, it's like so cool, right?
Well, I was on the JV team, and I was better than everybody on I was really good. I'm tall too, so that definitely helps. But I was like fucking around one time. My friend was like, "If you get a penalty shot, you have to shoot it between your legs. You just have to."
Yeah, for sure.
And I was like, "Well, we're already winning, so why not?" And
Yeah.
the goalie had no idea where the ball was, went right in the bottom corner, and I was just like, "Woo!"
Yeah, for sure.
Me and my friend also had this other move that we would do where one of us, like, because there's like an arc around
Yeah.
the goal that you sort of have to stay out of. It's like 3-point
don't know
thing,
shit
sort of
about
like
rugby.
basketball.
I
It's
mean,
not
lacrosse.
It's lacrosse.
Lacrosse, so-
We had this thing where I would like have the ball, and we would cross each other and high five our sticks, and then she would have the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
And we did that during a game one time, and it was like they had no idea where the ball went.
Literally like a behind the back
awesome.
pass, but of lacrosse.
Yeah. We did some tricky stuff, but that's
It's called
definitely
swapping swords, right?
Yeah, you could do that too. Just like throw it up, give it to me.
Oh yeah.
Lacrosse, yeah, that definitely. Because I grew up and that was like a main sport, but that was in Virginia where
Yeah, it's an
everybody had
East
money.
Coast East Coast sports. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
White people sports.
white people sports.
White people sports for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. There's white people sports. There's California sports like surfing, skateboarding, snowboarding. Is like California sport.
Board sports.
Yeah, board sports. There's like nigga sports.
You can talk about those.
Yeah, no, there's like this version of football that niggas play. It's great. It's just like
What?
you stand on one side of the lawn, and then all your friends are in the middle of the lawn, and you just have to get to the other side, and they're just like punching you in the face, like
Wait, that's a
tackling-
game already though. That's like you played in the pool.
nigga ball. That's what it's called.
Well, it's like opposite the pool.
Shout out to niggas. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
all
all my niggas.
All right.
Oh, you're not gonna shout out to that? Oh, see, that's
No,
how,
I'm good.
That's how you know you're racist. If you get no, don't say that.
Are you challenging me? Like, I don't know what.
There's only 1 hour of the day that you can say, "Be harder."
That's actually a Donald Glover joke. Right there.
It's Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Is it?
Absolutely.
It's funny as fuck too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he said that, but shout out to Donald Glover. I know his dad, so
Yeah, I love. He's on SNL this week as the
he's talented.
host and as the musical artist.
He's talented. He's a producer. He's
everything.
He's a writer, comedian.
Straight up everything.
Rapper.
Yeah, dude,
Gambino's
he's
his
super-
album's sick too.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely down.
Love his shit. Do you know Lil Dicky?
I've met him a couple times.
You have?
But I didn't know that he was Little Dicky when I met him. I just thought he was like just
some dude.
just Jewish,
Some Jewish dude.
Beverly Hills guy.
He's.
who's,
Oh my
like,
god, I'm
super
obsessed with him. I want to meet him so
Super
bad.
awkward.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Because he's not trying to not be awkward. Like that's his style.
That is his thing.
His
He's
style,
just being himself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And he gets on great tracks with great rappers and like kills it from the awkward angle.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why he's doing. I'm so like obsessed with what he's doing because he is taking his. It's a type of music, but he's putting his personal spin on it, and that's why it works.
Yeah, he's like
He's just being
Eminem's
really
like
honest.
curly-haired stepbrother.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's brilliant.
killing it, yeah, for sure.
love him
You know, you can do anything if you just put your mind to it, you know? Like, that's just how it goes, you know? It doesn't matter what you do as long as you're the best at it. Like, people will support you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I definitely have a lot of support.
Well, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Right.
Good. All of the
right.
quotes, just getting them in.
There you go.
Do you have any
I'm saying.
more?
Yeah.
Love will love is love.
EPM, Better Science, Better Medicine, transforming
quotes.
suffering for all. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this a little bit more? Maybe a little.
Yeah,
bit
so
more
this
detail?
is Reborn.
Okay.
It's
That's the
fountain,
healing-
Yeah, Fountain of Youth in a bottle. It's a muscle and joint pain relief. And then this is Allure, both by EPM, and this is Beauty Rest in a bottle. It's an anti-aging hydration oil, and it solves everything. If you have eczema or psoriasis or any kind of hyperpigmentation or sunspots or aging or wrinkles or just want to even out your tint score or just be beautiful and super vain, like that you put like 2 drops of that in your hand and put it on in the daytime before you go to bed, and your whole face will just change. It'll be like you'll be an adult with like the beauty of a kid's face. It's great. It's amazing.
No shit.
Yeah.
And then
You're
wait,
gonna have to buy some of
this
that
is
off
just
you.
a little allure.
Yeah, so I have like the drams, which are like the half ounce, and then like the 4 ounce. Because certain people like, you know, this one really cures suffering, and certain people are suffering from like real chronic pain and like daily discomfort. So they just want more quantity of it, so they can like, you know, have it on their neck or their back. I know people who like, you know, are in agony every single day, and this is like curing their agony.
Have they tried marijuana?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure marijuana works great, but some people can't be functional on that stuff, you know.
Not if it's just what CBD is the.
Yeah. CBD is kind of like it's derived from weed. I
Yeah.
I
Well,
guess.
there's
But it's not really. It's not. It doesn't get you high. It's not psychoactive. It's just,
Yeah, it's just the body stuff, which is why it's way.
I don't know anything about it. So I'm
Yeah,
not
this
gonna
is
talk
way
about it
better
like
than
I do.
CBD stuff. No, seriously, it really is. Like, CBD would be like the best kid in like Little League playing like Derek Jeter compared to us. Like, this is way better science, better medicine. Like, I stand by this thing.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be behind it if I wasn't just trying to help people. It really comes from a place of just like actual good. I'm just like, if your day's not going well because you have chronic pain or
Yeah.
crazy inflammation or you are injured or whatever, you know, any kind of discomfort, like that'll, I don't want to say it's going to cure you because I don't want to sound like I'm, you know, hocus pocus, but like it will definitely like transform your suffering.
And where can you get this?
Right now,
online?
you're just getting it, from EPM. So you can just go to @EPM Products with an X on Instagram.
Products.
Yeah,
PRO.
PRODUCTX
Ah, got it.
Products.
Cool.
And then, and then also, I'm the Robert Ri'chard. You can just hit me up, and I can have EPM just serve you guys order.
Oh, and I just wanted to. What time are we at right now?
What time have we done?
Yeah,
1:20.
1:20. Okay, cool. So we'll probably wrap it up. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I met you on Tinder.
Yes, you did. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like people are gonna be like, "What the fuck?" and be like, "No," because I saw your picture and I was like, "What the fuck is this guy trying to pull?" Like, Nobody's just gonna use your picture and like.
Every single conversation on Tinder ever is "you're not real,"
I told you. I was like the first one who was like, "Who the fuck are you?"
and then I say, "Does that make me unreal?"
Hey, dude, how fucking annoying is that?
Tinder.
You know what though?
When
I'm
people
actually
think
yeah,
that
but
you're
I'm
being-
actually used to it at this point. I mean, it's been happening my whole life, you know.
Oh, okay.
So it's just something that I'm calloused over.
So that's how your DM game got so strong?
Well, no, I'm just callous over on like certain things, like certain people's reactions to me. It'd be no different if someone was 7'5", and everyone's like, "You're tall as fuck." Like,
Oh, it's like the thing you always hear.
yeah, you've heard it so many times in your life that you're just like, that's what people say when they see me. They say, "You're tall as fuck," and then I say, "No shit." Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
that's what like,
Yeah.
you know. So people are like, "You're not real." I'm like, so then does it make me unreal or something like that? You know, something clever or whatever. You know.
But I was like hounding him. I was like, "Prove it, fucking give me a picture, blah blah blah." And then I like,
well, Tinder's the mall.
what do you mean?
Tinder is the mall, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm
It's
glad
like-
you got me thinking.
the- I
Immediately
don't know
got
what that
me.
means.
Go
I
ahead,
don't
tell,
know what
tell
that
us.
Tinder's like it's the mall. It's like you go to the mall. Like before Tinder, you would just go to the mall and you would try to hit on people and hook up, that way. Right?
okay.
That's what you're saying, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you just go, you see some hot chick, you walk over, you say some shit. And if it doesn't work out, whatever, you go to the next bitch. Swipe right.
Straight up. Girls are like buses. You
Next-
miss one, next 15, one coming.
coming.
Yeah. So exactly what he just said. It's the mall. People used to just go to the mall and just hang out.
Yeah.
Go get some food and just like hit on bitches. You know what I'm saying? And bitches got hot and wanted to like get dressed up and get hit on at the mall.
Yeah.
And
That's true.
Now it's just the mall. And like I don't think it's like if Tinder was called the mall, everyone would still be on it doing the exact same thing. But
They should have just called it that.
that's hot, right? The mall. You know what I mean?
Actually,
Just
wait.
window shopping like a motherfucker.
We can make an app called the mall.
I was just going to say, we should just cut this right out.
yeah, for sure.
Start a new business.
It would be like interactive. What's it called? Interactive what?
Interconnected.
Interconnected entertainment. So you have on these goggles,
I'm gonna write that down.
right? And you're walking through like this Tinder app, but all the profiles are just like floating.
There you go.
And you just like walk
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to one and you can just like swipe on it like in real
Or
time.
you click on it and then
Yeah,
like, the chick appears.
Yeah,
and
it appears. And you can just like change your clothes. Change your clothes. Change your clothes next time. And then you're like, okay, I like that one. Like, put a little filter on you, girl. All right, what's up? How you
Sorry,
doing?
what's it now? Now I'll send my message. Now I'll say what's up. After
You just you just holler at them because you'd be in the virtual world, and
Oh,
so would
yeah,
they.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's interconnected like entertainment.
Yeah,
interconnected. What is it? Interconnected.
Interconnected
Entertainment.
reality.
interconnected reality, interconnected entertainment.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. Entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like why do that
IEIR.
when we could just be out in public? with
Because it's just
people?
cool. It's just cool. I mean, it was cool when you were texting people back in the day when text was like, why would you
Yeah.
text someone? Like, call
You
me.
could just call 'em,
And You're
yeah.
like, no, I'm not going to call you. I'm going to text you. It was way cooler to text. And, just like that IEIR, you know what I'm saying? Just go to the mall and just hit on bitches. You know what I mean?
You can still go out in the real world, but everyone else is going to be on their fucking phone.
Exactly.
true.
If you go out in the real world, everyone is on their phone.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, you
annoying.
can't find people in the real world
No,
anymore.
but like if you go to dinner like with like kids, it'd be 15 people at dinner and they're
all
all
on- yeah.
on their phone talking to each other. It's great. And two people in a private group chat, and it's like a 15-person group chat, and people are DMing each other. It's great. So
It's like elevated passing notes when you're a kid.
100%.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can't have 1,000%. The most you can have is 100%. But I just say that just for like emphasis, as opposed to emphasis. If you put the syllable, the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, syllable
Emphasis
on the wrong
syllable.
syllable. Yeah, that's from Austin Powers.
Oh,
What? Which one?
I don't know, one of those.
I don't
those
think
Austin
that's from
Powers?
Austin. I know those movies.
Everyone who's watching this is gonna say that is from Austin Powers, and they're gonna be like, "Where the hell is she from? She doesn't know that's not Austin Powers."
All right, fucking prove it.
All right, you'll
I'll
have.
wait to be proven wrong.
There's this thing called YouTube. It's a search engine for videos.
I don't want to do it right now.
You know what I'm saying? But you can go on YouTube and
Thank
type
you.
in
Thank you for explaining to me what
Austin
YouTube
Powers emphasis syllable.
Syllable.
Yeah, syllable, and it'll come up that clip.
I'll look it up.
Guaranteed.
is. All right.
right.
I'll see if I believe you.
But yeah, it's the mall.
I'll see if I believe you.
I'll
And
figure it out.
Calling him a liar?
if you're a cool,
I ain't calling you a truther.
I like that. I ain't calling you a truther. You gotta steal that. I might trademark that.
No, dude, that's from Drake
something.
and Josh.
Oh, yeah.
That was a show that was my fucking childhood. I watched that
I'm
shit
not calling
all
you a
the time.
truther. I love it.
I ain't calling you a truther. And then the other one, are you calling me a liar? I ain't calling you for dinner is from SpongeBob.
Got you. I ain't calling you for dinner. Love it. I ain't calling you for a ride. Uber. Shout out to Uber. Yeah. Right.
All right. Well, I guess we can wrap it up there then. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see you
Thank
out
you
there.
so much for coming in.
If you see
thank
me in
you,
the
man.
street, just walk up, say what's up. You know, my name's Robert Ri'chard. Give me a
and
hug.
say that you know me.
Right. Absolutely.
Like I'm a friend of Betsy's.
There you go. That's right. For the Betsy. You know what I'm saying?
Later on Tinder.
Right. Exactly right.
That's dope.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right. Eagles
We're
out.
out.
We out.
Eagles out.